Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets.
Hey guys, and welcome to part... psych. We're really doing this again. You guys know that 58.9% of you aren't subscribed. Like, what's going on? It's so easy. And look, here's a clip right now if you don't believe me. Anyway, there's going to be a clip the entire part probably. But anyway, you guys are going to have 5 seconds to like, subscribe, and comment down below, done it. If you comment down below, like, subscribe in that 5 seconds, or you have bad luck for the rest of your life. Other than that, I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, and welcome to a new Whatif. Well, I say new, but it isn't. This is my reboot, or my redo, of what is Naruto was born with mastered Ultra Instinct. And yes, this is the Whatif I'm doing out of spite. Because if you read my community tab, you'll know that someone told me I'm not allowed to make this Whatif when I mentioned redoing it, because it would mean they got less views. They said they'll get mine copyrighted and took down. I own the idea of this, so if I really wanted to, everyone who made one, I can get you taken down. But I've never done that. The only video I got taken down was one, and they copied my Whatif word for word. I put it next to each other, and it was literally the same thing, different voice. So that's the only video I've ever took down. So yeah, other than that, let's get into this. A like goes going to be 20 likes, and also, you might be seeing a join button, but if you're on your app on your phone, you won't see it, but if you're on Safari or your computer, you'll see it. Please click that join button, and become a member of my channel. You'll get exclusive perks, and best of all, you help me out a lot, and at the end of each video, you get a shout out screen. And that's for any rank, not the high rank, or not the middle rank, any rank. You can buy the lowest rank and you still get the shout outs. But other than that, thank you guys very much. It means the world to me to have you guys. And let's get into this. We start a story a bit differently. Naruto has not yet been born. What has happened is the Nine Tails attacked in Kushina. It hasn't birthed Naruto yet. It broke out before Naruto's birth. So Minato, instead of just fighting it off, teleported it as far away as he could and teleported back. And then Naruto was born. Naruto, when he was born, came out with silvery white hair, silvery white eyes, and when he was born, it felt like the world had changed. And then a few seconds after he was born, an aura came off him, extending up. It seemed to be opening a portal, and out came something that Minato can only describe as pure beauty, pure holiness. And it said,
I am the angel Gabriel, and your son is special. He's one of us, but he's been born with a technique so godlike that none of us angels have even considered it. And he will be the one to change the world for the better. So please guide your son. Ah, I see now. You're going to die. You're unfortunate. Well, you have my word. I will raise your son to be the man that you envision him to be, and to be the savior of the world.
with this, Minato's just shocked, and Naruto is already seemed aware. Normally when babies are born they cry. Naruto whined for a second, and then he became aware. And then everything else went the same. They got some of their chakra put into Naruto after they got killed, etc. And there wasn't really a huge issue with Naruto anymore being hidden, having to live in such a trumpy house to be hidden, that the third Hokage gave him, because his hair wasn't blonde like the easily spottable Minato, or red. It was silver, so yes, it would be spottable, but no one would notice it to Minato. So Naruto actually got a pretty nice house that the third Hokage gave him. But the third Hokage realised Naruto was different. He was quite smart. By the age of 2, he could have he could he could have a conversation with you about anything, really. And he was quite quickly adapting to the world of ninja. Already somehow using jutsus from a scroll he saw for a second when the Hokage dropped it. He used a fireball style and it was on a large scale. It caused a lot of damage to the Hokage's office. But it all got repaired. And Naruto was shown to be quite strong, easily lifting out death and chucking them. And this only increased as he got older. But Kurama was still sealed inside Naruto, but he didn't have much effect on him, which confused the third Hokage. And due to being so amazing, the best at everything, Naruto felt empty. He didn't really feel emotion. And so he went through that academy, didn't really get noticed. Until one day he had to fight Sasuke. He didn't get noticed, but that doesn't mean he didn't get good grades. He was the top of the class. And Sasuke challenged him to a fight to prove he was better. And he said okay. As soon as Sasuke unleashed a bit of his chakra, something changed within Naruto. He wasn't upset, empty. Instead of feeling nothing, he felt pure excitement. And he was awaiting this fight. Naruto realised that one thing he does love to do is fight. And Sasuke dove towards him, and Naruto jumped towards him as well. Then something changed. A power inside Naruto erupted, and a weird aura came off him, and a kick that was sure to hit Naruto. Naruto started spinning in the air, avoiding it. And in that spin, he managed to stop it and threw a punch, hitting Sasuke in the stomach, bouncing him on the floor. This punch was insanely hard, and Naruto didn't know what he just did. But he tries to focus more, and as he focuses, something happens. A feeling he has never had before. He feels lightheaded. And his hair went from silver to black. And Naruto just stood there quiet. Sasuke kept on trying to attack him, but Naruto was avoiding it with his eyes closed, not even seeing where Sasuke was. He was doing flips effortlessly, spinning, and it seemed to be he's not even breaking a sweat. This went on for 2 hours. Sasuke's getting quite exhausted. Naruto's stuck inside his mind. He's having a conversation with someone. The person says,
"Ah, so you've finally come to see me, huh? You must have a lot of questions."
Naruto asks who he is first, and the angel answers,
"I'm Gabriel the Angel. And you are like me. You are angelic, holy, and have a power forgotten of time."
Naruto is confused. Before he can even ask what his power was, he gets sucked out of this void. His eyes open finally. He sees everyone shocked and confused, and Sasuke deep in breath. And he sees his black hair. He's like, what's going on? Suddenly his feeling of emptiness returns. His hair returns back to white silver, same with his eyes. And instead of dodging, all of a sudden, he steps back and throws a hard kick, breaking Sasuke's ribs. And Sasuke falls unconscious. Naruto was wondering what that was. And what is this angelic power that's been forgotten with time that he apparently has? Naruto gets congratulated, but also screamed at by most of the girls when he's walking out. And due to this, Mitsuki didn't even try to steal the scroll, as Naruto graduated easily. But I'm gonna say they got a 5-week grace period before they learned who their teachers would be, so they were basically on a summer break. But it was 5 weeks instead of 6. And Naruto spent that time discovering more about himself. He discovered when he tries to focus on something, he loses his he uses his white hair and just blacks out and goes to his own time space, but his body was still active. It was just dodging every single hit. Sasuke was moving extremely fast, but Naruto's body was moving faster. And he was trying to discover what that was. He was just trying to discover a way for him to stay active, awake in that form. he realised that his white hair form, his base form, that if he manages to let go slightly, but keep control under, he doesn't go back to his black form hair, but his body moves on its own, and he's still aware what he can do, and if he really needs to, he can fight back. Then he slowly started to find a balance on the 4th week. He started to find a balance where he could dodge, but also his body would attack the perfect time in perfect places, and he was slowly becoming an unstoppable machine. But that angel person never reached out to him again. Oh my god, dog, shut your fat mouth. I love you. I love you, Daisy. Yeah, who wants a vlog of Daisy? Oh. So instead, Naruto decided to force his way in. He concentrates as much as he can. His hair goes black. His eyes close. His head tilts down. And he appears in the space. He yells, "Gabriel!" The angel appears.
Yes, Naruto, you called?
Naruto yells, "Why haven't you been contacting me?" And Gabriel says that he didn't think Naruto would want to, so Naruto tells him, "Always contact me and make it so I don't need to enter this stupid form." Gabriel's confused, and he looks outside Naruto's mind and sees his black hair. He's like, "Wait, you lowered down the level of Ultra? I mean, so you've mastered your power a bit more. So that's the form, this is where you go when you enter that form, huh?" And Naruto says, "Yeah, if you was gonna name it, what's the name of my power?" Gabriel tells him he'll find out with time. And they start going over what Naruto can do. He discovers his chakra natures are every chakra nature in the Naruto world. And with this, Naruto's impressed. But his 5 weeks are ended now. He spent the last week training everything he could with Gabriel. And he meets his teacher, it's Kakashi. Well, Kakashi decides to test Naruto as he's heard that Naruto avoids everything easily. So he chucks a kunai that was fake, it was blunted so it would only cause a bit of pain. But where Naruto couldn't see it, no one could. And Naruto flipped over it, and when Naruto stopped, he was like, huh. And he turned around, and Kakashi's impressed. He did that flip out of the seat so effortlessly. A lot of tuning can't even do that. He says, huh, this is going to be interesting. So, they take her out for the speech. Team 7's usual. It's first is Sakura, and she does the same. Then it's Sasuke, he gives the same speech. Then it's Naruto. He says, "I want to master my power." Kakashi says, "Power?" Naruto says, "Yes, my body moves on its own. I have multiple forms of this power, and it depends on my hair colour. When my head goes black, I black out. But my body still avoids every single attack, so it's basically resting from my mind." And Sasuke scowls, and he says Sasuke had to deal with this firsthand. After 2 hours of excessive fights, he couldn't land a single blow, and Sasuke is second top in our class. And also, then there's my normal form right now, where I can avoid everything but still have control, and I actually attack back instead of dodging. But there's been one form that I've only entered once, where my aura goes from this white thing, this white power, which explodes off him, which Naruto hasn't been able to name yet, but every time he thinks of it, the name Ki pops in his mind, but he ignores it, thinking it's a stupid name. And he says, and Naruto takes a deep breath, his hair goes back to black, but his aura goes reddish. And Naruto says, when I'm in this form, my power is similar to my white hair form, but I can control it a lot easier. I'm a lot stronger. And I've been able to access this in my normal form before, but it caused my hair to go bright white. And then after, it went to a special type of silver where my hair stuck up. And I was extremely strong and fast, but I lost that form after a few seconds. Kakashi's intrigued, thinking this might be one of Naruto's clan traits, of maybe a forgotten clan. And he wants to get Naruto's blood tested, but he doesn't mention it yet. And Naruto does all that, and then they get told about their test. They agree. And they go to do the test, and Naruto doesn't run away. Gabriel's taught him, Naruto's extremely smart. With Ultra Instinct, you instantly know the answer to anything you're asked. But Naruto doesn't doesn't ever back down from a fight, as it's the only thing that can make him feel excited. Because other than that, Naruto normally feels nothing. And it begins. Kakashi runs towards Naruto, because Naruto didn't move from the spot like Kakashi expected. And he kicks his leg, and Naruto's easily dodging, not even paying attention. And Kakashi's quite impressed, but then slowly starts to get annoyed. He pulls out a kunai to scare Naruto, but Naruto doesn't even get flinch. And so as Kakashi speeds up, so does Naruto, his body keeping up. And then it gets to the point Kakashi boosts himself with chakra. And Naruto's body on its own starts speeding up. An aura appears, a very white aura. And this is Naruto's ki. And it's imbuing himself, and he's speeding up quite a bit. He's even shocking Kakashi now. And then Naruto blinks, and his scare goes from wandering around to dead on Kakashi. And instead of just dodging, he pars one of Kakashi's attacks, sending him back a bit. And now Naruto's on the attack, moving insanely quick. His hits are hurting, they're heavy. And Kakashi can't keep up anymore, and now he's just getting bullied by Naruto. Until Kakashi does a surprise substitution. He appears behind Naruto, and Naruto puts his hand up to try to push him away, and he feels some power generate in his hand. He's like, what is this? And a huge blast flies out of his hand and hits Kakashi, causing a huge explosion. Anyway guys, I'm going to end it here. I know this was quick, but I want to lead you guys on. If you did enjoy this and want another part, hit the like goal, share with your friends and family, get me to 10k before September if that's ever going to be possible. And yeah, so also join my membership. It means the world to me. You guys get special perks. It'll be at my channel name if you're on PC. If you're on your phone app, it might not show up. You need to go into your search engine, but please join it. No one's joined yet, and most of you guys said you would, and it'll mean the world to me. And the big perk is at the end of each video you get shoutouts, and the cheapest rank is $2.99 a month, and that's all you need for a shoutout. But if you do cancel your subscription, so does your shoutout disappear, and it will stay in the videos that you were subscribed on, but in the next videos I'll remove your name from the list, so don't even try to scam it. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy, and hope you guys want more of this What If. Other than that, I hope, love you guys, peace out, bye.